So we're going to get our champion darts player over there to throw a dart, and hopefully while it's spinning, it's going to hit one of them numbers. Oh, we got one. Mini camper van. Never seen one of those before. It's another project that doesn't run. It's got a fuel leak. The bloke said the fuel tank's burst, and it's got no exhaust on it. Okay, today's job, Keithy, is sorting this fuel leak out.
Yep, so the fuel tank is obviously this side because there's the filler cap. Yeah. And we'll get it jacked up and see what's what. Yeah,
I mean, hopefully it's like a mini tank that's been shoved in there or something, and hopefully it's not a custom made like tank that we're going to struggle with. So
yeah, and hopefully it's underneath and not inside.
Inside in that interior, yeah. Right, let's get the jack it up.
Okay.
Right, I'll get underneath with a torch, you pour the water in.
Okay.
Hopefully it's just like a little tiny hole or something we can weld up and fix rather than having to buy a new tank.
Hopefully.
Oh, right. Right, there's nothing yet. Keep pouring. Okay. Keep going, whoa! Oh. Well, I just had a bit of a shower.
Yeah, yeah, that's not sweat.
There's about 1 million holes in that tank, so let's get it off. It looks like a mini one. By the looks of it, it's like a rectangular one, like an estate.
Yeah.
Mini estate, but let's get it off. That ain't going to be repairable. Right.
No.
Let's clean this water up.
Okay.
Sound. There we go. Ooh. I can't believe it was bolted in, and then at some point somebody's just welded up the heads of the bolts. Right, oh, have a... Yeah, that's not great.
No.
There's 1 million holes in it, the fuel pipe's rotten, the fuel sender's knackered, and the filler neck's rotten.
And they've tried to repair it before.
Oh yeah, there's all, yeah. Oh yeah, putty, brilliant. That is knackered. So I know that years ago, these mini pickup or mini estate tanks were mega hard to find, so.
Yeah, okay.
I'll get on the internet now and we'll get searching. Hopefully we can get one in the next week. So right, I'll go and check.
Okay, mate.
Morning, buddy.
Morning, mate, you right?
Yeah, blimey now, is this, could have stayed at that.
yeah, and that's only about a quarter of it as well.
That's mad. It'll go like 20 mile an hour faster now, top end, won't it?
Easily, mate.
How much is that? That's loads.
Yeah.
Postman's just been.
Yes.
You can get these mega easy now.
Really?
Yeah, next dayed it, got it here, looks the same, apart from this filler neck I've got a cut and weld.
Yeah.
Got the sender here as well, so if you clean this up, I'll weld the filler neck and then we'll shove this tank in.
Okay, I'll get the broom going.
Sound. Right, so we've got the exhaust here now. I managed to get a standard exhaust. It's off a 1.3, but a newer one, an injected mini. So obviously we don't need a cap because ours is carburetor. Now you could get loads of aftermarket exhausts, but they're like nearly a 2-inch bore. And the problem with this is when you're sat on the motorway 50 mile an hour or something, you just don't want that horrible drone that will just drive your crackers. Now with this, the downpipe's got a lambda probe hole on it, which we'll weld up, and we'll probably only use the rear silencer, which should be quiet enough. We've got our pipe here in the middle, which we're gonna have to put in the bender to try and make it fit as well. So I'll show you what we gotta do. So the downpipe's still going to be in the same position. It's going to come down and go into this tunnel where it normally would do. But after that, that's where it gets a bit different. It comes down here and then we've got this 90-degree right and then another sharp 90-degree left, and it goes back here through this little tunnel. And we get to this where there's a nice little space ready for our rear silencer. Now, I think with this, because it's got the aerodynamics of a brick, it will create a vacuum behind it. So maybe if the exhaust pipe comes out here, out the back, it will suck those horrible fumes through the door seal and back into the cab, which you don't want. So I think we're gonna do another 90-degree bend and then come out here just behind the wheel. Then the exhaust gases will just vent out away from the living area, which will be good. So let's get cracking. So first you'd think it's the easy bit of just fitting that standard mini downpipe, but it's not. There's just no room up the back of that engine to get any tools. It's a right pain. Then we got the bender out to put a few bends in the exhaust. I didn't want to restrict the flow by just putting 2 tight bends in. So I did a few smaller ones instead, which worked out really well. Then we just welded a flange on the end of it so we can take it off again easily. And then we get to the rear box. Keith made some exhaust mounts and we welded all those on nice. Then I bent another small section to weld on the end of the exhaust to take those fumes right away from the car. I gave it a really hard sanding and a paint, which was enjoyable, and then fitted it all up. Have a look at that. Looks just like a factory fitted exhaust, proper mint. Right then, Keithy, so we've done our tank and we've done our exhaust. Yep. Next on the list, we've got checking the lights or checking the brakes. Which one do you want to do?
Check the engine, please. Make sure it runs.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, we need to hear the thing. We haven't heard it yet. Go and grab the fuel can. Let's whack some fuel in the thing.
Will do.
Right, fuel's in. Let's hear this baby purr. I reckon first flick. Wow, it might take a little bit to get the fuel up, but yeah, ready? Yeah. Oh, for f***'s sake. I hope this ain't another fucking beach buggy. We got fuel now, it should be fixed. You know. Right, let's check we got spark. Right, I'll earth this out. Yep. On the head stud. And hopefully it's a set of leads or something like that, because it has been sat for years. So, right, give it a crank. Oh, yeah. We got a spark, definitely, because that just gave me about the bloke said it was all right and it ran.
Yeah, you did. You told me that.
Oh, I dented the wall now as well.
Oh dear.
Baby, I'm too bad up with us. I can't take no more screaming, hurting each other's feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk. I get all the good jobs.